Hey, this is Dave from Northeast Overland. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing the Front Runner Pro bed rack system on our 2025 Toyota Tacoma. If you missed the first video, we installed the Slimline 2 roof rack, and we're going to be doing the bed rack to match. All right, so step one, we've gone ahead and removed all of the end caps of our stock bed rail system. Next, we're going to take the backing plates, drop in the bolts, slide them into place, and we'll go ahead, loosely install the brackets so it sits on top of the bed rail. All right, so we went ahead and we pre-assembled the main truss going across. They want you to do the back first. So you get this loosely on here, all the hardware in, just start a few threads just so nothing falls. Going by the directions, it seems like they want you to actually put these cross members through this bottom hardware right here. However, if you do that, these angle brackets won't line up. They'll be way too low. So this would be at a very steep angle. None of the holes will line up. We actually jumped over to the Front Runner website and looked at a few of the stock pictures, and we could see that this was mounted here. So for that part, maybe we got the directions wrong, maybe just some bad generic drawings in the directions, but they do go in the top holes here. Everything will line up. So we went, all the nuts and bolts are just a few threads tight. That way we can still move it around as needed while we move on to the next step. All right, so before we go ahead to install our truss in the back here, we've gone ahead, taken out the two bed bolts, and installed our bed stiffener along with the top bracket. Next, we're going to go ahead, remove these two bolts so we can pull out the tail lamp and get our holes drilled to secure these two mounting points. All right, so we removed our tail light using a 10mm socket, took out one stock 10mm mounting bolt, bolted this in so it secures it to where it needs to be. Then I went ahead, used a center punch to mark our two holes and slowly increase drill bit size until we got the desired hole. Now, there's a bracket that has to sit inside the truck liner. It's very hard to get your hand in there. What ended up working great for us after we dropped it twice is very strong magnet. So this is actually a mob armor foam mount. It's what we use in the trucks. Came in very handy. I was able to attach the bracket to it, and it gave me enough space to get in there, hold it in place while we got the thread started. All right, so we've got the bed stiffener brackets installed, our tail lamps reinstalled, and we're moving on to the back truss. One thing that we noticed is during the instructions, they tell you to go ahead and assemble this brace, and then 4 steps later, tell you to put this handle on. However, you gotta take this brace back off, the hardware back out, to put the brace on. So we just went ahead, installed it now, along with the brace, and we're moving forward. All right, so we got our rear truss assembled. We did the bed stiffener brackets, made sure we installed the corner pieces to stiffen everything up, and then finally did the top section last. That way we could have everything centered. Now, only thing that's not torqued down in the minute is the truss to the bed. The next step is gonna be uninstall this, get our side extrusions mounted up to the rear so we can slide it in place, and then we'll go ahead, attach them to this, get this resecured. The only other thing I want to point out is at the very top of the directions when it comes time to the point where we actually drilled the holes in the bed to mount the bed stiffeners, it tells you need a 9mm at the very top of the directions. You do not need a 9mm drill bit, you need an 8mm drill bit. So just something to keep in mind. All right, so we got our truss removed. We left the bed stiffeners in and took off the top brackets. So we're gonna go ahead, slide the rear truss forward so we can get behind it with the drill and attach the two side bottom extrusions first, and then we're going to do the top, and then we'll move back on to getting this installed. All right, so we just finished putting in our cross beams, the self tappers, reattaching our end truss. These actually went on very easy. I just want to point out one thing. In the directions, they specifically tell you to put on these 45-degree brackets before you install these. There's supposed to be 3 screws on each corner. You cannot get to that 3rd screw with this bracket installed. So build the truss, install the extrusions, then put on this center bracket because there's no other way to get to it. Overall, I'm very happy with the install. Tomorrow we're going to get on the top rack and then get our mounting boards on this side. We got a set of Max Trex that's going on, along with a 20-liter water storage from Front Runner on the other side, along with 2 packs of Roto packs to give us an extra 6 gallons of gas. All right, so we went ahead and we got the top rack installed. That was about 3 weeks ago now. We're very happy with it. We've actually done a week-long camping trip since and have nothing but good things to say about this system. We also went ahead and got the accessory mounts. So this allowed us to mount 2 roto packs that each hold 3 gallons of gas and the front runner water holder. This thing's been great. It's got the spout on the back. We cook right on the back of the truck. Super convenient. A few things that I ended up tweaking. Instead of using the Rotopax mount that it comes with that holds it off a little bit from Rotopax, I actually took the Rotopax mount and mounted it directly to the universal bracket from Front Runner, along with a few pieces of foam on the back. I get no vibration, no rattling from it at all. It ended up working out great for us. If you come around to the other side of the vehicle here, same thing. Front Runner's universal brackets along with their max track holders. This allowed us to mount either 2 or 4 max tracks. We just got the 2 on here at the moment. All right, so that wraps up the installation of the Pro Bed Rack system from Front Runner. So far, we've been super happy with this. The install was straightforward, no rattles, looks great, and it's super modular. There's tons of accessories that they offer for this thing, and we're gonna be trying some of them out in the future. Once again, everything on this build is on the website and available for purchase. If you don't see your specific application up there, shoot us an email. We can definitely help you out. Same thing, if you got any questions, give us a call. The number on the website, we promise we'll answer the phone. We try to be one of those companies that you can actually get a hold of a human and have a real conversation. Once again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, continue to check out the build along with us. Got some new videos coming on some suspension, the wheels we put on, and a few other things down the line.